Well, it is hot, hot, hot out there this Saturday with temperatures climbing into the 90s. You're taking a live look at those temperatures across the triangle right now. It is so hot, we have got heat advisories in place across much of our viewing area. Thank you for joining us here this evening. I'm Eric Miller. Today, of course, is a WRAL weather alert day. That heat advisory is in effect through 8 tonight. Meteorologist Grant Skinner is in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with more. Grant, we're talking about more hot temperatures tomorrow and potentially some strong storms.
That's right. So a couple of threats to watch out for tomorrow. That's why a WRAL weather alert day is in place for our Sunday as well. I want to start with radar, though, because we have some showers and storms that have popped up across parts of our area, mainly in the southern portions of Sampson County and points to the east. As a sea breeze moves in, we're seeing that interact with a front. So more showers and storms have been developing. We recently had a severe thunderstorm warning in southern portions of Sampson County. That storm is now working east towards Rose Hill, but still a lot of lightning with this storm right now, and some of them are spreading north as the sea breeze works northward. So just keep in mind, could have some damaging wind gusts as these downburst thunderstorms continue to develop. From Clinton, you can see the low cloud cover continue to move in there. Level 1 of 5 risk is in place. 1 or 2 stronger storms could develop, like the one we just saw in Sampson County. So keep that in mind. Tomorrow, a higher threat, a level 2 of 5 threat. Still does not mean widespread severe weather will happen. We're just going to see some spotty, stronger storms that pop up with a front working its way through the area. So just keep that in mind for your Sunday. Also going to be hot on Sunday. Likely we'll have another heat advisory tomorrow. A high of 100 in Raleigh, 99 in Fayetteville. Heat index values pushing over 105 degrees. So if you're going to be out at the Canes watch parties, 88 by 8 o'clock, 80 degrees by midnight. So staying hot, and we'll have a chance for some showers and storms as well. I'll break down the timing of that rain with Futurecast, and we'll talk more about that intense heat for the end of the weekend. It's coming up in just a bit.
Grant, thank you. Tonight, we're learning more about a shooting that killed 2 Whitaker's men earlier today. The Nash County Sheriff's Office says a domestic dispute turned violent inside of a Dollar General just off of 301. WRAL's Bailey Stamos is at the scene here tonight. Bailey, what else do we know?
Eric, crime scene tape is still up here at this Dollar General market as the Nash County Sheriff's Office works to learn more about what happened here today. We did hear from Nash County Sheriff Keith Stone. He briefed us on the information we do have. He tells us 2 men, 25-year-old Herbert Earl Lawrence Jr. and 32-year-old Wilbert Silver III, are dead after a domestic dispute escalated into a shooting inside the store. At this time, it's unclear who shot first, but that both men shot at each other.
An argument ensued. Gunshots were fired. After the gunshots were fired, one person was inside of the store and the other drove off and drove a short distance down the road to his daddy's business, got out of the vehicle, and then he collapsed in the roadway.
And the second man was found about half a mile down the road on US 301. The store was open at the time of the shooting. There were no customers present, but another worker was in the store. No others were injured. We are working to learn more about the extent of those 2 men's relationship, but the sheriff is just reinforcing a message against domestic violence and really gun violence and how this is now impacting the entire Whitaker's community. Bailey Stamos, WRAL News in Nash County.
An awful situation there, Bailey. Thank you. 3 men are dead after a crash on US 1 in Apex overnight. This happened near Friendship Road around 12:30 a.m. Troopers say only 1 car was involved here. They believe the driver was speeding and lost control, flipping several times. 1 passenger was taken to the hospital. Troopers said that person was seriously injured. Raleigh police are sharing more information tonight about a hit and run on Buffalo Road. Officers identified the man who died as 32-year-old Dietrich Arnold. They say a large SUV hit him and then drove away near Oates Drive. That's close to Capitol Boulevard. They say at least 1 more car then hit Arnold while he was down on the road. Police say that driver or drivers left the scene as well. The road was closed for 4 hours this morning as police investigated. If anyone has information about those drivers, they're asked to call police. All right, we're now 1 day away from what could be a historic night for the Carolina Hurricanes in Las Vegas. A night the Canes could, and fingers crossed, hopefully will win the Stanley Cup for the first time in 20 years. The Canes took to the ice at Invisalign Arena in Morrisville today for 1 final practice at home before Game 6 in Vegas. The Canes currently lead the series 3-2. In this best of 7, 1 more victory makes them champions. The team says they're ready to do whatever it takes.
I'm just trying to remember all those times that I ran it in my head and then focus on the game. We're going to put everything we have into it to try and close it out.
I think we've gotten better and better, and that's what you want to do. You want to improve each game, and I think we've done a good job doing that.
I mean, they're an unbelievable team over there. A lot of great players, high skill, and this is going to be the hardest one in my opinion for sure.
Now, there's still an open question as to who the Canes goalie will be for Game 6. Freddie Anderson was on the ice today. Brandon Bussey has been in the net for the Canes for the last 2 games, and, of course, those were wins. Coach Rod Brindamore said he's just glad to have options.
Maybe. We'll just kind of see. I mean, like I said, I know he's available, and, whether we decide to do it that way or keep it the same or play him, we're going to make that decision. But like I said, it's nice to have everyone available.
Oh, and in case you're wondering, yes, Coach Brindamore said he does still get nervous before games, much more so now than back when he was a player. Lenovo Center will once again host a watch party for what could be a historic Sunday night, and of course it's already sold out. This round of tickets went on sale at 3 yesterday afternoon. Doors open at 7 p.m. tomorrow before puck drops at 8 in Las Vegas. If you weren't able to snag a ticket, there are other watch parties happening around our area. That includes at Red Hat Amphitheater. We've got a list on WRAL.com. Of course, you can count on WRAL to bring you all the big moments leading up to Game 6. We'll have crews spread across the country in Las Vegas and right here in Raleigh. On TV, social media, and our website, we have got all the angles covered. You can go to the WRAL YouTube channel for all things Hurricanes, from post-game interviews to analysis and fan reaction. Just search WRAL on YouTube, then look for our Carolina Hurricanes 2026 playoff run playlist. And don't forget to subscribe while you're there.
I'm Elizabeth Holmes in the WRAL Live Center, where we are following the latest on the war with Iran. Today, President Trump says that the United States and Iran will sign a deal tomorrow. Some major news. He posted this on Truth Social today, saying that this would be a wall to no nuclear weapon. He also said this would open the Strait of Hormuz for everyone. And then he also said that the United States would later go in and extract enriched uranium from Iran at an appropriate time. Now, the Prime Minister of Pakistan backed this up, saying that the deal would likely be signed electronically. However, Iranian officials say that signing this deal could take more time. Eric?
Elizabeth, some major news. Thank you. Still to come, a patriotic tribute, a unique project popping up across downtown Raleigh as the city gears up for America's 250th birthday. What's turning heads and the message organizers hope will last for generations. And just in time for summer, a newly renovated park in Wake Forest is now open. How that park is creating a place where children of all abilities can play together. Across the country, newspapers are either shrinking or closing. We explored the issue in a brand new WRAL documentary out now. WRAL documentary investigator Kristen Severance introduces us to one North Carolina newspaper that reinvented itself.
Local journalism is a foundational element of a functioning and healthy democracy.
NC Local is a nonprofit working to help local news on all platforms collaborate and share content across the state.
Honest information is very important for everyone.
You know, if it affects my neighbor, it's probably going to affect me as well.
NC Local organized a local news day where reporters and community members gathered at 15 sites across the state to talk about how to support and save local journalism.
If we didn't have the local news, we would be lost.
But a public that is less informed can't question government.
Local news is an absolute requirement of a free and knowledgeable society.
You can watch Left Uncovered inside North Carolina's news deserts right now on WRAL.com or the WRAL YouTube channel. Travelers flying out of Charlotte Douglas International Airport may notice a new feature this summer at TSA checkpoints. The Transportation Security Administration has rolled out 8 self-service electronic gates for pre-check passengers. The hope is that it will allow for a more efficient verification process for travel documents and IDs. The e-gates use biometric data to match pre-check members' faces with their ID. The service is currently available in the airports at security checkpoints, too. Volunteers with the Rotary Club of Raleigh honored America's 250th with a tree decorating campaign this weekend. More than 50 people gathered in Moore Square today to wrap trees in red, white, and blue. The event highlights Raleigh's identity as the city of oaks. They also held a ceremonial tree planting ceremony.
This idea came about through a member of our club, Surrey Roberts, who's a Vietnam veteran and remembered the wrapping of oak trees in yellow ribbons. I mentioned this idea to Mayor Janet Cowell, and she said she had the same idea. And at that point, I knew it had to happen.
The club hopes to inspire Raleigh residents to participate in America 250 by planting their own oak trees. People are gathering in Cary today to celebrate Pride Month. The town is hosting a celebration at downtown Cary Park. The event features LGBTQ+ artisans, crafts, and live entertainment throughout the evening. The celebration was designed to bring people together and highlight inclusivity across the community.
It's so good to see everybody out, even though it is actually 90 something degrees. Usually, the people want to stay inside, but it's good to see faces and, meet some people and say, hey.
And the event wraps up tonight with a silent disco. Families are finding a cool way to spend a hot day in Wake Forest. Upgrades were done at Joey McCrae Wiggins Park, formerly known as the Taylor Street Park. It now includes an accessible playground designed for children of all abilities, along with an upgraded spray ground feature and new water attractions and slip-resistant surfaces. Both attractions are now open and welcoming visitors.
So excited to see the kids back out, man, playing, having a good time, enjoying the water. They upgraded the park, so it's a nice, lovely thing to have here.
As city leaders say the improvements were designed to create a safer, more inclusive place for families to gather and play. And I gotta say, Grant, safer probably includes those water features out there today, too. I mean, this is some dangerous heat we got going on.
Yeah, very hot today and more heat tomorrow. So folks will want to make sure they're staying hydrated, also taking some breaks inside whenever possible. Find some shade close by. It's going to be needed. It'll be hot tomorrow with highs upper 90s to around 100. The heat index reaching as high as 108 across our area. We also have a severe threat with some isolated strong to severe storms possible tomorrow evening. We already have some strong storms out there right now. The majority of them are going to be south and east of I-95. There's a sea breeze working its way north and west from the coastline. In addition to that, we have a front still stalled towards the coast as well. So those are interacting to create some showers and storms. And those downburst thunderstorms have created some heavy downpours in the southern portions of Sampson County. Still a lot of lightning working their way east closer to I-40, pushing out of the area right now. A level 1 of 5 risk is in place for our southeastern spots for the rest of the day because we could have some brief strong wind gusts like we saw with that storm in Sampson County not too long ago, produced some gusts up to 60 miles per hour. If you have any damage reports, make sure to send those in to WRAL.com/report it. We want to be able to share those with viewers, let the Weather Service know as well. A heat advisory also continues through 8 o'clock. Peak heat index of 106 today. I don't think we'll hit that for the rest of the evening, but it will still feel quite hot for the rest of the day. So just make sure to stay hydrated and just enjoy some AC. We're at 90 by 7 o'clock. We're in the upper 70s by 11 p.m. A chance for some isolated storms, but the rain chances will gradually drop off overnight. Then another chance for showers and storms tomorrow. With that, a greater threat for severe weather, but still not a significant severe weather threat. This is going to be just some sporadic storms that could be stronger at times. So don't expect widespread severe weather. We have a level 2 of 5 risk in place. That just means that scattered severe storms are possible. This is level 2 on the 1 to 5 scale here. Short-lived storms. These are not going to be widespread tomorrow. And you'll see that on Futurecast. You can see that the rest of this evening, just some isolated showers and a few storms as the sea breeze continues to move to the north and west. Not everyone will see rain, but some spotty rain is possible and a few storms. It's quiet tomorrow morning, so heading to services tomorrow morning, just make sure you're wearing clothing for warm temperatures. It's going to be quite warm and getting hot pretty quickly, especially for those later services in the morning, but we'll stay pretty dry. By the afternoon, closer to 2, 3 o'clock, we'll see some more sporadic storms pop up ahead of our next front. Some of these could be strong to severe. Again, the main threat being damaging wind gusts. Those downburst thunderstorms typically produce those stronger wind gusts. Late in the day, the rain chances slowly drop off and will be mostly drier for our Monday. But the heat index peaking at 107 in Raleigh tomorrow. We're going to stay above 100 degrees for that heat index from noon all the way through 6 p.m. We'll likely see another heat advisory issued for tomorrow. That's why WRAL weather alert day is in place for our Sunday. Also for the Canes game, just showed this forecast earlier. I want to show it one more time. I know we're going to have a lot of folks at watch parties, and if you can't be in Lenovo, you're probably going to be outside. It's going to be quite hot. Upper 80s by 8 p.m. We'll have a chance for some showers and storms, so I encourage you to make sure to have the WRAL weather app because you can look at dual Doppler 5000. Also, it will give you notifications when a storm is in your area, if there's lightning as well. You want to move inside when you hear that thunder. A WRAL weather alert day Sunday, then we'll finally cool off. Look at Tuesday. I can't wait for mid-80s. Can't believe I'm saying that, but it's going to feel a lot more comfortable by Tuesday. But look at that. We're back to 99, Eric, by Thursday, so more heat's on the way.
Yeah, we'll take it when we can get it, Grant. Yep. Thank you very much. And hey, speaking of weather, if you see breaking news, have a story tip, or shoot some video or pictures of our weather or storms, please report it to us. Go to WRAL.com/report it to send your video, pictures, or tip to our news team. Still ahead here tonight as the Carolina Hurricanes prepare for a possible Stanley Cup win tomorrow night in Las Vegas. Pat Welter and Chris Lee are breaking down the odds and strategies with NHL Network's EJ Radick.
All right, guys, the Canes are up 3-2 in the series over the Vegas Golden Knights. 1 win away, and we have to talk about it with NHL Network's EJ Radick. Hey, we saw what happened in that game. The Canes took control after being down 1-0. They didn't have a multi-goal comeback, just one goal comeback. And it was one of these games where they took control, they played their game. What did you see in there?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Vegas actually got off to their best start of any of the games in this series. And then Carolina found a way just to kind of get it. And by the end of the second period, they had really taken over the game. Got to give a lot of credit again to the captain, Jordan Staal, because it was 1-0 Vegas. They were feeling good. And then kind of a nothing play. They kept the puck in. Jordan Staal made a good play to the net, deflects it in. 1-1, and now everybody's back in the building. Here is loud. And Canes went on to a really impressive win.
Jordan Staal well on his way to potential winning the Conn Smythe if the Canes can close this thing out. As good as he's been, it's making up for a lot of slack from the top line guys from Carolina, but they showed up in this one with Sebastian Aho getting a goal and 2 goals from Andrei Svechnikov, particularly on the power play.
Yeah, it's good to get those guys going, right? I mean, all playoffs long, they've gotten a lot of contributions to Carolina Hurricanes, whether it was that Hall, Stankoven, Blake line or the captain, Jordan Staal, or even fourth line guys. And not as much from Aho and Svechnikov. Well, at the right time, they came through because that Game 5 is a pivotal game in any 7-game series, especially when it's tied at 2. So a big night for those guys, and it should give them a lot of confidence as they head in now to a potential cup winner on Sunday night in Vegas.
We have to talk about the bus, Brandon Bussey, to be thrust into this series in the third period of Game 3. Couldn't have the comeback attempt to get the Canes to get the win, but he comes in and gets a win in Game 4, gets a win in Game 5 after not having a start since April 14th in the regular season. Tell me what you saw from the broadcast booth in him and how he stepped up in these big moments to carry the Canes to this win.
Well, he's been confident, right? He doesn't look like he's rattled by the moment. He's out there just playing his game. He's made the saves he's had to make. I think the team has played very well in front of him. And so in those situations, you just have to make those timely stops. And he made a couple of them in game number 5 that were the difference. I mean, you only allow the 2 goals, you have a chance to win. He's done a nice job. I mean, it was a tough spot to come into, coming off of the bench cold, as you pointed out. Hadn't played in, almost 2 months. Yeah. And to come in and play as well as he has, they've got to be thrilled.
So much about the goaltending has been the play in front of them, though, at the same time. And earlier in the series, you saw Vegas keep getting breakaway after breakaway, getting behind the defense. Didn't really see it in this game. No. Did you notice an adjustment Carolina made? Or do you think they can continue that going forward?
Well, I mean, they cleaned up their second period, right? That's where some of this stuff happens. They've been really outplayed in the second period in the series. Tonight, it was a total flip, and they end up with the 2-0 advantage in the second period. But, I just think they were just more diligent. I think as series wear on, one team gains confidence, gains strength, and sometimes the other starts to see that they're running into a problem.
EJ Radick here for the NHL Network. That's you guys.
Thanks to Pat and Chris. All right, now a different kind of hockey. Air hockey, of course, is serious competition for players in Raleigh this weekend. Some of the world's best competitors are gathering for the North Carolina Air Hockey State Championships. Competitors will face off and have faced off in Maywood Hall and Garden, including Joey Liss and Riff Portillo, who are currently ranked 4th and 5th in the world.
There is no game where with an object on a table that is faster than this game. We are the fastest table sport in the world.
That is really cool.
Yeah, we can hit the puck like 60, 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, would love to see those guys out on the ice, see what they can do there. The tournament continues tomorrow with more championship matches underway. A little opportunity to get some more hockey out of your system if you just can't wait for the game. Well, thank you for joining us. Have a great evening, everybody. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.